Hi peeps, it's great. Welcome to day 6. I basically am home from work. I've got changed. Basically I'm wearing the shit to bed tonight, so I'm basically going to go to bed in a second. Basically this video is slightly different than the other ones, as in, because basically I'm going to bed for one reason, but secondly, basically I'm going to do this occasionally. I'm going to do like a story video vlog instead of like what's happening out through my day type vlog. So this is going to be one of them. Also with those vlogs, they're going to be a day later, so instead of being on the day they actually filmed, they're going to be the day after, which gives me time to upload it properly so I can actually, not panic about it and stop stressing about it. So, this video is about me, right? And some good things and bad things about me. Right? One of the good things is that, I'm not bothered by other people's opinions of me, really. But the bad thing about it is that I've got to the point now when it's gone so far that I don't actually care about myself. What I mean is that, like, for instance, I'm wearing my glasses here, right? There's nothing wrong with wearing glasses, right? But there used to be a time, and I'm talking probably less than a year ago, that I wouldn't even leave my front door, not even go to the shops without putting my contacts in, right? And now I go to work and everything, the only thing I don't is when I go to a gig just in case so they don't get knocked off. That's the reason. My hair, my beard, I'm not even looking after it, I shave my head because it's easier than maintaining a short length, right? But I don't even shave it that often. I mean, this is like 4 weeks growth, I think, or 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks growth, so I haven't shaved that. Same with my beard, 3.5 weeks growth, rather than actually keeping it trimmed nice and neat, So I've stopped caring about my appearance, right? I've never been an OCD person, right? Mess is messy, it happens, right? But the state of my flat right now is unbelievable. I mean, I got home, was it Tuesday? It's now Friday, and I still haven't unpacked my crap, right? I still haven't unpacked all the stuff. Apart from grab my toiletry bag out there, that's all I've done, right? This flat is a complete state. I mean, there's dirty plates, like, for instance, just here, like, I need to tidy my place up. I'm going to go to bed after this video because I'm knackered, because I haven't been to sleep yet, as you know. So I'm going to go to sleep. When I get up on Saturday is then clean, tidy, and do everything else I need to do to get this place. But the first thing I'm going to do, I think, when I get up, is shave and make myself look like the nails. I mean, for fuck's sake, I've got longer nails than most girls. I'm going to cut my nails, get me good, and then get this flat good. Yeah. So try to tidy up, and make sure this place looks spick and span. So the story basically is how I got here, right? When I was living in, say, Swansea, right, it was good, I had a big group of friends around me, and there used to be a little bit about how I looked. So I used to dress kind of not how I dress now, which is like mainly band t-shirts. I didn't wear any band t-shirts, in fact, right? And I kind of rebelled a little. Like, I would try not to wear clothes that had labels on them, right? So I tried to wear a blank plain t-shirt, a blank plain. But then I started, because all the other guys I was with were wearing like things that I bought the odd bit, a bit of French Connection, a bit of Superdry. Still have some Superdry stuff now, and I buy things like that, and stuff from, I buy stuff from like Next or things like that, but it would be more plain, right? And obviously, when I was in Swansea, I used to meet girls, used to have a bit of fun, and all the rest of that. I'm not gonna deny I was a young 20-odd something guy, and it happens, you meet girls, you have fun, and you don't meet them again. And there's there's other things, it's not a thing now because of Tinder and all the rest of that crap. But I used to have basically what essentially was called fuck buddies, yeah. So there'd be that one person you could call up, and you could go and have a little rumble, to scratch that itch, These days you use Tinder and all that stuff. I don't, but you can, so that was all fine, and I had confidence. So I say I was confident. I mean, there was a time when I first moved to Swansea when I had probably the most confidence I'd ever had in my life, but also I was a complete dick at that stage. I mean, I was an absolute dick to everyone. Well, not to everyone, but I was an absolute dick, right? And I didn't like that Gareth, right? So I changed slightly, which is where things could tail a bit, and I started looking at myself a bit more, right? And I realised at that stage I was more concerned about others' thought of me than what I thought of myself. Yeah. So I started changing a few things about me, and one of those things that I changed was my job. Basically, because I was working my ass off for this company I was currently with, and I was doing overtime. You know, sometimes I was doing 12 hours. You know, I working my normal shift, which was 8:30 to 4:45, a half-hour break, and then I was going home and then working till like 8, 9, sometimes 10 o'clock at home, and then I was working weekends as well. So when you even go in the office on weekend and do some work, you know, for 6 hours. And basically I was working myself to the bone. I was working for these people. I was caring more what they thought about me and how hard working they thought I was than actually about myself. Yeah? And that's one of the things that I needed to change. So when they took on 2 trainees to do in my job, and basically I ended up training them, I told them, well, I need a more senior position, I want more money to train them, right? And they told me there was no money in the company, which is fair enough, that can be the case. So I decided there and then I started looking for work. And that is when I left Swansea, and I went and moved to, well, let's say Southampton, but it wasn't really Southampton because it was a bit further north. But let's just say Southampton for ease of sake, yeah, right? So I moved to Southampton, got a new job. And basically I was in the middle of nowhere I knew no one. And I knew, so, you know, I tried to make friends. And sort of making friends, like going to the pub on a weekend, you know, the local pub, and just chatting away, you know, because it was a small village I moved to. No one was just chatting away, having fun, talking, and we, you know, it was good, you know. And there, I cared a little less of what people actually thought about me, which was good. And it was alright. Then I moved into Southampton, because it changed offices, but still the same company, changed offices. Moved to Southampton, and I was living with myself. And at that stage, that's when I think I started caring a little less. Well, it's not totally, but I cared a little bit less about myself, right? And I was burning candle at both ends, which you can do in your 20s, but I was in my 30s at that stage, early 30s, still in my 30s now, just in case you were wondering. And, you know, it was good, you know, I was doing alright, and I then moved in a flat with other people, right? And I tried to make friends with them, don't get me wrong, but everyone just to stay in their room, they just to go boom into the room. I had crappy internet there. I stayed there for ages, so I went to a shared house basically. And there's that point that because everyone there didn't really keep things tidy, right? I mean, at stage, I'd complain about the kitchen being a complete mess. And I think that stage, I was actually really good at keeping everything tidy because I didn't have much space in my own room and I didn't want to leave mess for other people. And because they started leaving a mess, when I moved into my own place, it was so easy after, because I moved again, and I think I moved companies at the stage, yeah, I moved companies at that stage to the company, another company just outside of Southampton, but I was still living in Southampton. I moved to my own place. That's a point, I think, though I kept things tidy, I stopped caring about myself because I started eating really badly because there was quite a few takeouts quite close, and it'd be like, I get home, it's like I can't be asked to cook, and I just go and get something. It's also the time when I stopped showering daily because, I don't know about everyone else, but I used to get up in the morning and I used to have a shower in the morning before I go to work every day, right? And that's the time I kind of stopped doing it. Not every morning was I having a shower, you know? Like I'd get up on a weekend and I wouldn't have a shower unless I was going out to a gig, you know? And that became kind of routine for me. And I was enjoying the job there, and then made friends by going to gigs, a lot of gigs. But I didn't make too many friends in Southampton. I had a few friends, don't get me wrong, but I made friends up here in Glasgow. So then I moved to Glasgow when the opportunity popped up. And great, and I moved in here, my own place in Glasgow. And because everyone here that I already knew had already accepted me as a person, I didn't care what anyone else thought. It was great, so I didn't have to worry about what other people thought of me, or what other people said, what other people did. And I really don't care what people think about me. But because of that opinion, I stopped caring about myself and my appearance. My appearance has taken such a huge shock since I've moved to Glasgow. I mean, I'm technically, I've actually lost weight, right? No, well, actually, I gained a lot of weight and then I've lost most of that again, right? But that's not the point. They've stopped caring about me. I was probably maybe half a stone lighter when I first moved to Glasgow than I am now, but I've lost weight recently. Anyway. You know, I grew the beard, was a thing, because I couldn't have any hair, I grew a beard, but I never really looked after it until, well, I've never really looked after it, in fact, to be honest with you. I've just grown a beard because it was lazier and easier than shaving every day. That's the reason why I grew a beard, you know, out of pure laziness. I've become lazy, I've become disinterested in my own appearance, and I'm not looking after myself. I mean, I didn't go to sleep that night, no, I'm an adult, I'm 35, you know. I should go to myself, oh, it's a Thursday night, you know what, let's go to bed at midnight, at the very least, because I've got to get up and work tomorrow. No, let's not go to sleep at all and then just go straight to work, Surprised no one said anything to me at work, because I'm sure I probably fell asleep at least once at my desk yesterday. Yesterday. See, I don't even know what bloody day it is. Anyway, so yeah. So although I don't make New Year's resolutions, one of them is going to be to keep this place tidy, is not to leave dishes in the sink overnight, so the dishes are going to get washed every day once I use them. The next thing is my appearance. I'm going to look after them. I'm going back to going daily showers. I'm going to shave my beard at least once a week, which means, just tying things up, keep it neat so this neckline looks okay, and things like that. I'm going to care about my appearance. I'm going to make sure I am happy with me. I don't care about other people still, but that's the thing. I'm going to try and look after me. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway,